Hey everybody, the winter of skunks continues. I'm a bit salty, I don't have a lot to say, but the river looks good today and the weather's gonna be warm, like over 60 degrees, so I'm pumped. I think I can get some fish today. I'll start things off, I've got the purple people leader version of my Pat's rubber legs and on the point, and then I've got a shot back up on the dropper. Got a few minutes before the sun gets up on the water here. So, not that I think it's gonna really matter if the sun's on the water. That might have been a fish. It's too gun shy to set the hook. Well, I took that rubber legs off because I don't really have any confidence in that. I was just kind of screwing around. So I put a Duracell on the point. A little lighter fly too, because I was tagging bottom too much. Let's see what the water temp is before we get too far into the day. Got 42 degrees. That's excellent. Alright, I had some lunch, kind of hiked back to where I started. I didn't want to go further down trail just because of how much snow was on it. Sun's out, it's warming up. Took my jacket off. Oh, it feels amazing. And I know there's another storm coming in tonight, so I kind of put some pressure on myself to get out here. And fish here on this warm day, warm spring day. Is that a rock? Could have been, I guess. Keep my attitude in check here. It's so hard to have confidence when you have not put a fish in your net for, I don't know, 6 outings, 7 outings, 8 outings. It's been a long freaking winter. I was able to sneak out to this river in the middle of winter, back in January, I was able to get a really nice brown trout. So I know how to catch fish here. It's just, I don't know. The thing that kind of stings about all this is I've fished these runs many times and caught many fish in these runs. Know this water fairly well. Nobody's eating. I'm gonna try putting a black squirrel leech on the point. So, got that squirrel leech on the point and still have the red dart up on the dropper. Well, I don't know where the fish are, and I don't know what they're eating. Frankly, the only thing I've seemed to have gotten is a sunburn. Holy shit, a fish. What the hell? Oh man, this fish is fighting hard too. Oh, nice. He is jumping like crazy. Sick. Red dart. Oh my gosh. You have no idea how hard this fish has been to catch. Thank you. Since so many PMDs popping off, I'm swapped off my point fly, put a olive Waltz worm on. So I'm not sure if they're olives. I mean, they're usually olives this early in the season, but they look kind of dun colored. So I don't know. I just felt like trying an olive Waltz worm, size 16. You know, there's a rainstorm coming in this evening. It's probably why it's starting to get windy. Weather system's coming in. There's a fish. Oh, this feels good too. Oh, it's very strong. Sick. What did he take? Red dart again. 14-incher. Oh, that was a fish. It's downstream of me, so I didn't really have the best angle for a hook set. Let's see if I can go home with one more here. There's one. Ah, it came off. Okay, I've had 2 eats in this hole. That's a good sign. See if I can fool another one. Got one. That's a nice fish. Oh yeah. Well, anyone want to guess? Anyone want to guess what we got her on? Yep. Red dart. Yeah, buddy. Super clean, another 14-incher. What's up everybody? Remember me? I used to make fishing videos all the time, but I haven't been catching fish, so this winter is still kicking my butt. Yes, that's still the case. Thankfully, this video is the first one in a long series, maybe 8 or 9 videos where I've been skunking time after time after time. It's just been getting old. This winter's been really intense. It's been bad weather. It's been cold, windy, rainy, snowy, everything. And for whatever reason, that's put the bite off on most of my fishing trips. And it's been a struggle. So thankfully today, after a long, long day, I fished 8 long hours, maybe 9 hours. It wasn't until about hour 6 where I caught my first fish, and then I caught 3 pretty quickly close together. But it was one of those cases where it was really cold in the morning, and then in the afternoon, the sun came out, warmed everything right up. One of the cool things about the warmer afternoon weather is I'm starting to see some hatches again. Finally, it's not just midges anymore. I saw some PMVs coming off, and even later in the afternoon when it warmed up the most, I started to see some caddis as well. So that's super exciting. It's time for some more variety, maybe some dry fly action coming up, but not just midges, not just nymphing. Phew, finally things are changing. So probably out of a small streak of stubbornness, I decided to fish nymphs and stick with that because I knew I had the most confidence with nymphs, and I figured if I'm gonna get a fish, I'm gonna get a fish on a nymph today. So I stuck with nymphs the whole entire day. I didn't put a dry on, and I didn't put a streamer on. That might be my only regret. I kind of wish I tried a streamer, but alas, I did nymph all day. I went through almost every fly in the box. And once the fish decided to start eating, the clear choice in the winter was the red dart. I mixed it up with a couple other flies, and every single time the fish came up to the dropper and they ate that red dart. So take that as you will. On this particular river, my all-time best fish is still to this day was caught on a red dart in that river. So I think that might be a good fly to use there. With this warmer weather finally arriving, it means that all that snowpack we had in the mountains are gonna start melting down, and all of our rivers are gonna start blowing out. I mean, it's gonna get ugly for a while here. So I have this plan. I'm gonna work on fishing some flat water soon. I'm gonna fish the lakes. I've got a few in planned, and I'm gonna see if I can figure those out. I'm not really super confident on lakes, but I think it's time we change that. I get people asking me almost daily, is this river blown? Is that river blown? Where can I fish? Where can I fish? And basically the answer is you gotta look. You gotta check the flows on a daily basis because you can have a warm patch. Like the next 3 days, it's supposed to be up over 80 here. Down in the valley, it's gonna hit high 90s. So that means up in the mountains, the snow's gonna melt and it's probably gonna surge all the flows up for a few days. And for me, in my experience, when the flows are jacked up, it takes a day or two for it to reset and get back into normal fishing again. So you got to keep your eye on the flows. I like to use a website called dreamflows.com, mainly because it aggregates all the different water sources. It's got, I can't even remember them all, but it basically condenses them all together so you can see them all in one place. It's built for kayakers, but it works great for us fly anglers. So if you're not a tyer, the red dart will be in the shop. I'm going to be working hard to get the flies tied back up and get the inventory caught up. And I know all the beads and the standard colors are sold out, and I really appreciate all of you for buying beads and keeping me on my toes. I've got more coming, hopefully in the next week, maybe 2 weeks. I'll have the standard colors like gold, silver, copper, black, all stocked back up. So I know many of you are waiting for them. Hang tight, they're coming soon. I also have another big announcement. I'm going to turn on channel memberships, and there's going to be 4 levels of perks. You can look below, hit the subscribe button to the channel memberships, and you can see what they all offer. But the biggest deal is going to be the top 2 levels. Basically, I'm calling them Guide and Guide Plus. And with that, I'm going to basically be giving you a more in-depth recap, like what I'm doing here, but I'm going to go way deeper. We're going to talk about tactics, flies, rigs, access points, all the things that you'd want to know, things you might find and learn when you go on a guided trip with someone. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's going to be really detailed and I hope really valuable for you guys. So those of you who want to know the next level, get really deep into what I'm doing here, I'm going to make an extended recap for these fishing videos, and it's going to be available only to the Guide level and Guide Plus level. So check that out below, look for it. Let me know what you think and tell me what kind of stuff you'd like to see. I've got some plans for this video, obviously, but let me know in your feedback. I want to know what you want to know, what kind of stuff would give you some value. So thanks everyone for supporting me. That kind of stuff is what helps keep me go, keeps me on the trail, keeps me fishing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys are excited about this warmer spring weather. I know the runoff is a pain, but that means we're probably gonna have a really wonderful summer and fall fishing season. So until then, everybody, I'll see you on the water. Godspeed.